I wanted to talk about the recent completion of the CCDEV2 program and what a lot of those milestones entailed. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so for the past about a year and a half, the United Launch Alliance has been working with NASA under what was called an unfunded Space Act agreement. Unfunded means that NASA didn't pay us, and we didn't pay them either. And it was a collaborative activity to work on a number of tasks related to human rating the Atlas launch vehicle in preparation for launching, at this point, either the Sierra Nevada Dream Chaser spacecraft or the Boeing CST-100 spacecraft. We did a number of things under this Space Act agreement, but probably the most significant was we went through all of NASA's human rating requirements in a very low level of detail and assess those requirements against the current Atlas design. What we wanted to find out was, how does our current rocket stack up against what NASA would require for a human rated program? And we found out that it did quite well. In fact, for about 80% of the requirements, I'd say at this point in time, we feel very comfortable that we meet. There's a few others that we can't really assess in detail until we do an integrated assessment with the spacecraft, because they involve interactions between the spacecraft and the rocket, like aborting the spacecraft. And then there's just a small handful where we're going to need more discussions and analysis and work directly with NASA to get closure on. So, I feel very confident, as we go forward, that we'll be able to meet the requirements with flying colors and be able to get through NASA's certification process.
Now, when it comes to the companies Boeing and Sierra Nevada, are they going to be responsible for building the integrated part that's going to be able to separate the payload from the rocket, or will you be working collaboratively with them?
It's a collaborative process. So they're actually the prime contractors. As you know, NASA recently awarded 3 contracts for the CCICAP program, the Commercial Crew Integrated Capability. And Boeing and Sierra Nevada both won contracts. We're on their teams, but we're a subcontractor to them to provide the launch services. So NASA will be looking to both Boeing and Sierra Nevada to provide the integrated certification, and we'll be providing our data through Boeing and Sierra Nevada as part of that process.
Now, once one or all of the partners are going to eventually be flying, how much of the financial responsibility is on United Launch Alliance, or none at all?
I'm not sure what you mean by financial responsibility, but we're a partner. We're a teammate with Boeing and Sierra Nevada. So Boeing will pay us to provide a launch service. Sierra Nevada will pay us to provide a launch service. If you're asking about warranties and things of that nature, we don't know yet.
Are there any sort of plans that you know of where the Atlas V might be upgraded into a heavy class vehicle similar to the Delta IV Heavy, or is it going to remain in the different configurations that are already available?
Well, my background is I'm a former Lockheed employee, and I actually was the chief system engineer for the Atlas V development program, and we designed the Atlas V Heavy into the fleet from the very beginning. So we did the design of it. We got all the way through CDR. Most of the systems are scarred for it, but right now we don't have any plans to finish that off and actually go field the Atlas Heavy. And the pure fact of the matter is there's not much demand for the Heavy class right now. There's really only 1 or 2 national security payloads that need it, and the Delta IV Heavy is sufficient to meet those current demands.
I remember hearing some talk about how with the 400 and 500 configurations of the Atlas V, how there's different configurations of solid boosters. Will there ever be a transfer over to liquid boosters, or will you remain with solids?
Well, right now we don't have any plans to go to liquid boosters. We're very happy with the solid boosters that are provided by Aerojet from Sacramento. They're pretty low cost and very reliable. They don't have any moving parts. The nozzles don't gimbal or anything, so they're pretty cheap, relatively speaking, cheap performance, and we're very, very happy with the current performance of Aerojet.